Right, so anyone who's sort of clicked on this, curious about the title, essentially I spawned in way too many entities, and then I had to clean up said entities, but it crashed the game. So in order to clean up the entities, I downloaded Amulet, which is the modern day version of MC Edit, and my hope was that in Amulet I could uh, go into the world without going to the world, select all the entities and delete them. You can't. It's unfortunate because Amulet has this other issue which I did know about, but it was sort of a last resort, and that was, for whatever reason, it resets or it locks the block state of any repeating command block in always active, so that it doesn't actually update and check whatever requirements you set. So now I have to manually go and find every repeating command block in my world, switch them off, and then back on. So, fun. The worst thing too was the way I actually fixed the problem was I just deleted the entity folder in the save, so I didn't actually have to use Amulet at all, which means I didn't have to lock the state of the command blocks, but I didn't bank it back up, is what I mean, before I tried Amulet. Oh well. It is a bit weird though, because it's not every command block. It's, well, to be honest, I don't know how it's figured it out. I thought it would be maybe the chunk that was connected to the edit I made, which was I deleted command blocks that was in this little gap. So all of these command blocks were affected. Anything I've marked with glowstone, it's the ones I've manually reset. But it did also hit the command blocks down here. So like my daytime wasn't working. Do I have any that I can possibly show this with? I think these are all timers. Anything tied to the scoreboard system seems to be fine as well. For instance, these all replace periodically. Yeah, like that wasn't me deleting it. That was the scoreboard system. So there is some upside. Obviously, the big gripe is I have no idea what works and what doesn't. So I can either just manually reset everything, or I can try and test it. The boss bars should be stuffed. So if we were to, I don't even know if I can summon a boss. Snow block, and then a rabbit. Nice and simple. Like this should cause all the bosses to spawn, but no, because they're repeating command blocks as well. So, for instance, if I reset this chain, which isn't even the right one, oh no, the bottom one is. Like, what is this? Rabbit if block snow. Oh, close. Snow, not no block. There we go. Boss bars working for most parts. It's good to know. Yes. Okay, that makes me happy. It's not everything, like I worried. It's also not too bad. Really, it's just about now trying every system. Well, we can try this one. So, feed a frog. Frog has to be on grass. And it needs to be fed a glowing sack. Yeah, so that's not doing anything. I go ahead and reset this one. It'd still be, I'll summon another one just in case he's moved. But yeah, so he did the little thing back there and summoned. There are some that definitely don't work. From the looks of it, possibilities don't work either. Because fortifying how is just... No, fortifying how is the boss. They didn't use any of theirs. So I might as well just be resetting everything. They're done. That one's done. It's always... Anything that needs redstone should be fine, because it should update still. These ones are screwed. I did not turn them back on. And then, of course, there's still the bottom side, which is going to be so much worse. I'm pretty sure these statuses shouldn't work either. Not the ones tied to the bosses, though. Bleed. Yeah, so it's not even indicating that we have a effect going. Objectives, display, sidebar. This is bleeding. Yeah, so it's not even counting. Means I can't inflict it. In the ass. No, I mean, I honestly, I have to test everything. Like, this is such a huge issue. Because even if I take this as face value as fixing the problem, there's not the peace of mind of it actually fixing the problem unless I test everything. I know the... Well, I guess I can do sort of like a base test of each system. So like I know the stats effect system isn't working at all. We just tried one of them, and if one of them's not working, then I guarantee that all of them aren't working. So I can do the same thing with other systems, that way I don't have to test everything. I am curious if this would have just been enough to update everything. The other issue I'm going to run into is not having them activated in the correct order. Because a lot of these systems require all the command blocks to be activated or set up in a specific order so that they function correctly. Okay, so that's another problem. So we just got the world endures, which is fine. This is part of my difficulty system. The longer you live, the harder the world gets. Issue is that should not be running at the moment. It should be off. Yet it's being triggered. Right, because these are not set. Yeah, difficulty curve is not on. So I have no idea why that one's updating when it should be set to fire redstone. Unless redstone's locked in position. Then I also have to remember where everything is. It's a nightmare. Like, all the time systems should work. That should get replaced eventually. Same with this one. And this one. I think they're over here. But I don't have a decent way in. Yeah. Yeah, so I can test them like that and make sure they're working. Ooh. They're all gone except for this one. You on a extended time? You're on a minute, so I'll come back. The world endures. I have no idea where I set up the difficulty system now. I was sure I was here. I guess it's not. All the passive effects. Okay, double jump still works, that's good. Skywalking does, but I feel like these blocks are sticking around longer than they should. I really don't want to obviously reset this giant wall. I'll just try out a few of them. That still works. It looks like these were unaffected for whatever reason. This one's a bit more complex. Yeah, so this one's not working. No, because it's not that anymore. This. One half of it works. The non-compression side doesn't work. Like having it in my offhand should trigger. It's not. Which means they're out of order. Or it could be this isn't updating. Okay, so they're going back to stacks now, which is good. Means I do. Honestly, I do. I just have to suck it up and unfortunately reset it all. It should be gone. Oh, this is gonna take ages. This is a nightmare. I honestly hope it's just the repeating command blocks that are the issue. It seems like any... Just trying to figure out, like, the rhyme and reason. Any repeating command block that's next to a chain command block is fine, technically, going off of the twisted container. Because that section worked. This top section, but this bottom section wasn't. is just curious. Okay, besides from some effects, I'm pretty sure that's the top system's done. I do have to make sure all of these work. Till they all get cleared. They're on 3 seconds, so they should be cleared by now. Guys, that's the big thing. It's all their time systems. That was working. It's working. 3 seconds working, but see how these aren't triggering. Still not triggering. You know what? No, this one's on me. These are not on the outside, they're on the inside. If I do this, it'll be fine. Yeah. Nope, this one also an issue. Needs redstone. If I turn seasons on, it should work. I should just do this. Just to force the block updates. So the scoreboards seem to be fine. You know what? We'll just try system by system. Open you off for a second. Open you. Cover you. Set. Oh, no, we got one. Vents. Just to replace the block. Spiders. Or some of them cave spiders. That's fine. They're fine. What are these? These are just tests, so they can go. Let's make sure these systems are working still. Thank God. I am missing item frame on top. Perfect. Take that. Do I need everything? I don't need any of this stuff. Iron. I think it's 1 to 1. Yeah, perfect. Okay. That's working. H dash attacker. That works. Having it works. Upgrading it should work. That's a worry. Means none of this giant block is working. And I'm also really worried about the custom weapons. See if the enchant mechanism works at the very least. I doubt it. Yeah, that one's just screwed. Okay. I need to take care of this big system. Means I also need to find out where the blocks are. Found it. Easy peasy. Got my glowstone so I can mark them. There's so many. If I had to actually guess, it probably just redoes the priority. Rather than being where you place them, it will prioritize. Well, I don't know if it would prioritize the general method. So command blocks are meant to work X, Z, Y, positive directions. But I don't know. If that's the case, I'd have to look at it and think about like why they function, but then this one doesn't. Or it could be the placement of the repeating command block. There's too many things. These work. Thank you. Does the actual effect work? 2, 3, 4. Nope, it does not. Scoreboard, set display, sidebar. I can't remember what I called it. I think Storm is its own. Yeah, so the scoreboard's not updating. I will take the face value. If one of them works now, I will just assume they all work. In terms of the crafting. This again is a really, really poor mentality to have. But you see how many I have to check. That's just insane. These should all work because they are on redstone, and I'm updating the redstone. These are a huge pain in the ass because if I have to reset these ones as well, ooh, like these already are an issue, but at least it's doable. Anyway, stop griping. Top off, middle off. This chain is the longest. After that, it is easier. I'm bored already and my hand hurts. Also think there's one in the corner there. It was dumb of me to do, since I can't actively get to it, but oh well. there? Yep, of course there is. These are shorter. Oh. All this could have been avoided. I just made backups. I should really just get into the habit of every day, at the end, make a backup. That way I only lose a day's work. So I do have a backup. It is from the 1st, from New Year's. So I would lose, was that, a week and a half of work? Which is obviously worse than, you know, if this takes 2 hours. Even though this is really tedious. And I suppose just placing command blocks and copy and pasting is possibly better. I don't know. I also have to then figure out everything I lost, so I know exactly what to make. Probably the one instance where I would have rathered a data pack. Since I only have to reload it, I can do all that with commands. No, there's probably a way to change the NBD data for every command block. For every repeating command block, set it to need redstone. Then, of course, I have systems that obviously want to be on need redstone permanently. So you need a third state to be able to interchange them without causing any issues. So I could turn all the ones that need redstone into X, and then all the ones that are always active to need redstone, and then all the ones that you get the picture. Anyway, bottom. And the bottom needs to go on first, then I need to reactivate everything else, and then the top. Then please, let this be enough. Let it just be the scoreboard system. Don't make me reset all of them. Please. Oh my god. There makes be a way out of this. Because I just remembered one thing I did try. Yeah. When's this from? I'll finish this, and then we might tackle my other thought. Because I tried setting up a server that I could just use the command window to kill all entities. It didn't quite work. The server wouldn't load either, even if I gave it 60 gigs of RAM. So then I went down the other rabbit hole. But I think the files in that server folder are from before I tried Amulet. Means they could potentially resolve this issue in a lot easier sense. Granted, I'm not too sure if they will work. Now I'm thinking. We can always make a copy and try it. And leave this world. Let's see. I do just want to see if this fixes it. Then there's not too many issues left. And I swear, I hope I... So what I was going to say is I hope I didn't miss any. Not... I hope I don't destroy this block. In fact, like, this is fine. The issue is I don't know the number. What the number's meant to be. Infect's meant to happen after every... I assume because the majority of these are after each kill, so... Hopefully that's right. Why? Oh, oops, I did not reset. Command block. We're on to the last chain anyway, so it's good. Now I can turn these on. Scoreboard should update correctly. I don't know whether or not the effect will trigger. That's the big issue. Yeah, so no, it just clears. It's also a worry because the way the system works is the command blocks need to go bottom, middle, backs, top, top. Meaning I now have to go back through, turn all of these off, update every single one of these, and then take from there. So I'm going to try the other method, because I do not want to do that. That is just too much of a hassle. So copy this, cancel that. It doesn't really matter. I forget which one I was editing. 1204, 1204. Well, I mean, they both should be the same at this point, right? I got an error message, so I'm not too sure about the copy pasting. It worked. Yeah, so this is wrong. It copied everything but the world data. So copy. Should really work with different names. Okay. But more importantly, I want to delete everything. Desktop, server, world. everything here over. Yeah, just to make sure, me playing this world should cause it to crash. The timestamp is good. It went below my tutorial world, so that's fine. We're stuck on 100, so it's not working. Great. I can go ahead and delete all the entity files, and we can see if it was Amulet or that, which causes the issue. With the command blocks, I'm hoping it is Amulet. I'm pretty sure it's Amulet because when I was using it to edit one of my other worlds, that's what caused the command blocks to stop up. I really dislike that the client is online now. I don't know why it takes so long to load. It should be able to. Perfect. Effects. Yeah. Mob count is probably the easiest one to see. No, so mob count's not working either. Which sucks. I mean, it's from me deleting the entity box. Entity things. I mean, there's a few ways to do this. I can go back to trying to figure out how to delete the exact entities. I know I can do it with the NBT tree. It means I have to scroll through and I have to find the exact entities. Actually, no. First off, let me have a look up here. If there's certain command blocks missing, there's not. So that line of command blocks in the middle there. Good. But then, of course, the issue could be I've just opened the world in Amulet, and that stuffed it up too. In which case, I'm better off just continuing to painfully edit and reload the command blocks myself, which is unfortunate. Yeah. These use the score as well. They do. So this is now even worse. Means I need to... I need to redo this, and then switch all of them on. This is going to burn me out, to be honest. What I mean by that is having the mental capacity to plan and think about obviously other command block structures for the map. For at least a little bit, a couple days probably. So, I don't know if we'll get this all done today. There's still a lot to go through. Otherwise, I will continue to chip away at it. And then I'll probably take a little short break from Minecraft, unfortunately. Although this does highlight another issue, which is someone else getting the world file and loading into it. So I don't know if it will correctly load the command blocks in the right order. I have to see. Where do we begin? So for one, all of these systems would work for you. As long as you need redstone, fine. this giant system. These probably need resetting. And these have an ordered fashion as well. Don't actually know when this one needs to be triggered. What do you want first, just in case? These backwards? These are backwards. Why did I do them backwards? It's terribly inefficient. And that one, yes. No, okay, so these are worse because these are updated once. Ooh, wait, what? I'm confused as to what this is doing. Scoreboard 3 seconds, match 15, run fill. I would assume that's this line. This line? No, it's displaced by 1, so it's this line. Where is this filling? Ugh. 1 to 12 is horizontal. -1 is that way. 7. Okay, so that's this whole chain. Okay, right. That's a lot better. So usually I do, you have to equip the item. But in this case, it's the system checks once you have equipped the item. It's inefficient. So obviously, if I set it to only when you have the item equipped, the commands won't be running every time. They'll only be running once the player's actually in use. But we heard the splash effect. Right, Storm is not resetting, so that's bad. In fact, why is it even going up? Right, it's the attack one is resetting. Anyway, bleed works, the stats effect systems work. I need to fix this. I don't have to fix it, it doesn't really cause anything. I might as well do that and that. Ugh. Surely there's an easier way to update them. Sand? Falling sand, maybe? Don't know if that works. We'll see. We'll turn Storm back on. And see if we found a easier fix. I doubt it. In fact, the easier one to look at is probably the sound effects and the particles. We'll see. Nope. Worth a shot. And we'll come back and see, because you should not be bleeding for that long. I mean, I reset them, so I don't know. See. Speaking of which, also these stats effects I need to reset. This is only 4 rows. Okay. Just look at the top. Still bleeding? Ah. What's this? Matches 1. That's doing the bleed damage. You know what? It is a different one. This one. Are these not being filled in? I think they're not being filled in. Means one of the timers actually doesn't work for whatever reason, and that is you. Scoreboard, objectives, display, sidebar, was timer, boss countdown. Working now. And it is pulsing. So some of them don't work for whatever reason. This one doesn't work. Is it sealed maybe? This one's open? Really confusing. Like these I don't have to fix. Yeah, they get deleted. This one is also running. I didn't have to fix it. Let's see, pulse. Yeah. Actually that one. That one was fine. Bosses were working. Oh, that this one. That's why we mark them, so we know. And it looks like they're all gone. You should stop bleeding. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Cool. We'll need redstone. Alright, I'm just going to play it safe and reset all of these. And we'll try one of the craftings. Particles are working. Okay. Oh, why was it? Fix this, didn't I? Pretty sure I have. Yeah. Pack of 3. Cool. Something will go. Well, actually, I need the storm sword. Actually, glowstone. We'll just try the nexus, and we'll try crafting our dragon heads as well. Surely crafting works. Annoying as it is. Come on. Thank you. They all work. Perfect. Crafting a book still works. Awesome. Means the other stuff should work too. The dragon head. We'll do step 1. Cool. Yeah, I know it may seem like I'm getting sidetracked, but I really don't want to do the weapon stuff underneath. It's just going to be painful. There are some of these that are always active. In fact, there's a lot of them that are always active. Not you, though. I swear I read one. Needs redstone, needs redstone. One's underneath, maybe? Guess I was wrong. The loot boxes probably don't work. Yeah. Type equals constant. Bye bye. They need redstone, so they should be fine. Just be this mechanism. Be there, hang up. Hang up. I would hope. Maybe the top as well. Make sure. Yeah. Try again. Perfect. But we have no loots. We have no loot because that's blue. I haven't done blue. Ah. Means we have to just do this till we get white. Thank you. Oh, and we got loot. Tridents. Bundle, bundle, bundle. Potions. Looks fine. Let's see if this stuff works. Always take a copy. The longer we sprint, well, actually no, sprint is turned off at the moment. Oh, we did get it though. Interestingly, I guess sprint's just not resetting. The only one I'm really worried about is this one. I mean, that's no, yeah. So there you go. I can look at the timestamps on some of them. Now let me know if they're still working or not. So those ones definitely weren't. I have to come back to them. I just need to do the underneath. Even if I don't really want to. I find it interesting though, the scoreboard boards seem to be working. Again, it was a bit weird why these were unaffected. Okay, so every one of these needs to go off. Every one of these needs to go off. And they want to go back on. I'll be back. So claustrophobic too. And my hand is already cramping. One row. Fuck it like that.